Before we start with practicing the command stand, it is useful to describe the difference between the stand up and stand commands. While at the command stand up, the dog is supposed to stand up from a sitting or lying position. At the command stand, the dog is supposed to stop in the position he is in and remain in it. The command stand can be very useful in potentially dangerous situations. Start with the exercise in a quiet place. As soon as the dog recalls that your hand is full of treats, you can proceed to the exercise itself. With a treat, make your dog walk slowly again. The movement must not be too quick so that the dog can concentrate and stop easily. After the dog has been following your hand for a while, stop with your hand close to his nose. If the dog stops and waits, praise him and reward him immediately. Most dogs, however, sit down for the first time. At this moment, you should move your hand more towards the dog so that he stands up. When the dog begins to respond to the movement of your hand and remains standing, add the emphatic command, stand. The dog thus associates the command with a treat. During this phase, it is necessary to fix the command sufficiently. Until the dog manages this phase of the exercise, do not proceed to the next step. In the next phase, give the dog the command stay and go a considerable distance away from him so that he can stop when running towards you. Then turn to the dog, call him, and at the moment he is half the distance, say, stand emphatically. The dog should associate this command with the previous exercise and stop. Wait for a while, then call him with the command OK and reward him immediately after he comes to you. The place where the dog is supposed to stop should be visually marked, in front of a curb for example. The dog will thus understand more quickly what he is supposed to do. When the dog manages this exercise, we can then practice it under more difficult conditions. Outside, when walking briskly, when running, or when the dog is farther away from you. Always remember, however, that if the dog stops responding to your demands are too high for the given moment. You have to return to the previous steps and repeat them several times so that you can make sure he knows what you want him to do. Start training outside only after the dog has mastered the stand command at home or in a familiar place. Always end the command stand with the command OK and reward the dog for responding to it too. Never stop the dog with physical contact. This exercise is very difficult, and thus it is essential to be patient.